Nat Turner. October 2nd, 1800 in Southampton County, Virginia. He was the son of slaves who belonged to the slave owner, Benjamin Turner. Nat was sold many times but never left Southampton County. He did, however, lose the ones closest to him because of the frequent separation. Nat was raised by his mother and grandmother after his father reportedly ran to freedom. In 1809, Benjamin Turner loaned Nat and his mother to his son Samuel Turner to work his land. After Benjamin died, Samuel inherited both Nat and his mother as his property. At the age of 12, Nat was working in the fields as a field hand. In 1822, he married a woman named Cherry, but was later separated from his wife and mother when Samuel Turner died. After the death of Samuel, Nat was sold to Thomas Moore. After the death of Moore, he was the property of a 9-year-old boy named Putnam Moore, whose mother married Joseph Travis, who then gained control of Nat in 1829. Even as a young man, Nat was recognized for his exceptional brilliance. It was stated that Nat would never be of any service to anyone as a slave, that as his parents had drummed into him, he was intended for some great purpose. Nat was one of few slave children who were taught to read. As he got older, he began to preach to the other slaves at the clandestine religious meetings. In 1829, he was picked to baptize a white overseer named Ethelred T. Brentley. As his teen years passed, he continued to lose those closest to him by separation as he continued to work as a field hand. May 12, 1828, Nat had a vision. This vision led him to believe that God chose him to lead an uprising against the white slave masters. Nat recruited fellow field hands, free blacks, and church members to stand beside him. In 1831, they planned a rebellion that was forced to be rescheduled to a later date. August 22, 1831. In the early hours of the morning marked the beginning of the rebellion. They began with the Travis plantation and killed Putnam Moore, his father, his mother Sally, and more than 50 other whites that night. Nat's men were later captured by a coalition of local patrolmen, vigilantes, and members of the Army and Navy. His men were tried, convicted, and executed or transported out of Virginia. Sunday, October 30th, 1831, Nat was caught hiding in the woods less than 2 miles from the Travis plantation. On November 5th, 1931, he was tried and convicted of conspiring to rebel and making insurrections. 6 days after the trial, he was hanged to death in Jerusalem, Virginia. Nat Turner is often depicted as a terrorist and a violent killer, but I say he was a freedom fighter, a man fighting for his rights as a human being. He was a brave leader who was willing to stare oppression in the face and conquer it. I say we should celebrate Nat Turner and view him as an example of courage and freedom. Mr. Nat Turner, we proudly stand on your shoulders. On the Shoulders of Giants is brought to you by Live Skilled, Live Fulfilled. For more information, visit www.liveskilled.com.